Have you ever seen something shiny in a rock, and for 1 second your brain went, "That's gold"? Your heart speeds up, your imagination starts spending money, and the rock just sits there, quietly lying to you. If that has ever happened to you, you're not alone. Today we're going to cover 7 things people mistake for gold the most, and what they really are. No dangerous chemicals, no lab talk, just simple checks you can do safely so you don't get fooled by shiny stuff. Because here's the truth, in nature shine is cheap, weight is expensive. Before we start the list, you only need 3 rules. Rule number 1, color doesn't prove anything. A lot of minerals can look gold under sunlight. Some of them look so convincing it's honestly unfair. Rule number 2, gold feels oddly heavy for its size. Not kind of heavy, I mean weirdly heavy, like it wants to sink through your hand. Rule number 3, gold is softer than most lookalikes. Many imposters are brittle. They crack or crumble. Gold tends to bend, flatten, or smear slightly, depending on the form. Now, 3 quick tests you can do without turning your house into a chemistry lab. Test 1, the weight check. Pick up the sample, then pick up a similar-sized regular rock. If your sample feels unusually heavy, that's 1 point in gold's favor. Test 2, flake or chunk. Look closely. Gold in rock usually appears as irregular blobs, tiny rounded bits or metallic-looking veins. Many imposters appear as thin flakes that flash like glitter when you tilt them. Test 3, the streak test, gently. Use unglazed ceramic if you have it. Gold tends to leave a yellow streak. Many lookalikes leave dark green, black, brown, or reddish streaks. And please be gentle. We're testing, not destroying. All right, now that you have the basics, let's start with the most famous gold imposter of all time. Number 1, Pyrite, the legend, the heartbreak. The reason fool's gold became a phrase. Pyrite can look amazing, bright metallic shine, strong gold color, and it shows up in rocks that make you feel hopeful. That's why it tricks so many people. But pyrite has some clear giveaways. First, pyrite loves sharp shapes. It often forms in crisp cubes or sharp angular crystals. It looks like tiny gold bricks, too perfect. Gold usually doesn't do that. Gold is messy, irregular, rounded, like it doesn't care about geometry. Second, pyrite is brittle. If you press it or scratch it, it tends to crumble or break. Gold is softer. Gold is more likely to bend or smear than shatter. Third, the streak test. If you gently rub pyrite on unglazed ceramic, it usually leaves a darker streak, often greenish-black or brownish-black. Gold tends to leave a yellow streak. Another clue, pyrite is often sparkly in a sharp way. It flashes hard when you move it under light. It's dramatic. Gold can shine, but it often has a deeper, warmer look. Less glitter bomb, more heavy metal. Here's my personal rule. If a rock is screaming, "Look at me," be suspicious. Pyrite is the show-off. Gold is quieter and heavier. So what should you do if you find pyrite? Don't get angry. Pyrite can still be useful information. It often forms in mineralized environments. It can tell you that fluids moved through the rock. That means geology was active there. Just remember, active geology doesn't automatically mean gold. It means pay attention, not start celebrating. All right, that's pyrite. Next, we're going to talk about the mineral that looks like someone sprinkled glitter into the ground, and it tricks beginners constantly. Number 2, mica. This one is everywhere and it fools people constantly because it looks like natural glitter. Sometimes it's golden, sometimes silvery, sometimes bronze. But under sunlight, it can look like a river full of treasure. Mica is the reason so many beginners say, "The whole beach is gold." And I hate to be the one to tell you this, but if the whole beach is gold, we all have a financial problem. Here's what mica is doing. Mica forms in thin sheets, tiny flat plates, so when light hits it, it flashes like a mirror. That sparkle is what tricks your eyes. But mica has a few simple giveaways. First, it's flaky. If you rub it between your fingers, it can break into thinner pieces. Sometimes it almost peels like tiny pages. Gold doesn't peel like that. Second, it changes a lot when you tilt it. Mica sparkles strongly at certain angles, then almost disappears when you change the angle. Gold is more consistent. It may shine, but it doesn't turn off the same way. Third, it's light. If your gold looks amazing but feels like it weighs nothing, that's Mica's favorite magic trick. Here's an easy mental shortcut. If it looks like something you could sprinkle on a birthday cake, it's probably mica. Now, important note, mica doesn't mean you're in the wrong place. It just means you found a common mineral that likes to sparkle. It's nature's way of testing your patience. So don't get embarrassed if mica fooled you. It has fooled everyone at least once. All right, next we're moving to a trickier one because it looks metallic like gold, but the color is slightly off, like gold with an attitude. Number 3, Chalcopyrite. This one is sneaky because at first glance it can look like gold. It's metallic, it's yellowish, it can even look rich in sunlight. But Chalcopyrite is not gold. It's a copper iron sulfide, often associated with copper mineral zones. Here's how it tricks people. Chalcopyrite usually has a brassy tone, not the warm, deep yellow of gold. More like brass or dull gold paint, and it often develops tarnish. Sometimes you'll see purple, blue, or rainbow-like colors on the surface. People think, wow, rare gold. Nope, that's oxidation. Gold doesn't tarnish like that. Now the giveaways. First, color and tone. If it looks more brass than gold, be cautious. Gold tends to look warmer and cleaner. Second, streak. Chalcopyrite usually leaves a darker streak, not a clean yellow streak like gold. Third, hardness. It's generally harder and more brittle than gold. Gold is softer and more malleable. Here's the interesting part though. Chalcopyrite can still be a valuable clue, not as treasure, but as information. It often forms where hot fluids moved through rocks. That means the area had the kind of geological activity that can also create other valuable minerals. So if you find chalcopyrite, don't throw it away in anger. It might not be gold, but it might be telling you, pay attention to this system. All right, quick recap so far. Pyrite, sharp, angular, brittle, dark streak. Mica, glitter flakes, light, flashes with angle. Chalcopyrite, brassy tone, tarnish, darker streak. Next, we're moving to the heavy hitters, the minerals that feel heavy enough to fool your hands, not just your eyes. Number 4, Magnetite and Hematite. These two confuse people because they can look metallic and they can feel heavy. So your brain goes, heavy plus shiny equals gold. And I get it, but here's the lesson. Heavy does not automatically mean gold. Let's start with magnetite. Magnetite is usually dark, black or dark gray, but it can have a metallic sheen. And yes, it can be surprisingly heavy. The easiest test in the world is this. Use a magnet. If your rock jumps toward a magnet, that's magnetite. Gold does not do that. Magnetite is basically the mineral that says, hello, I am iron and I am not subtle. Now hematite. Hematite can also look metallic, sometimes like dark steel. It may not always be strongly magnetic, so you can't rely on the magnet alone. The giveaway for hematite is the streak test. If you rub hematite gently on unglazed ceramic, it often leaves a reddish-brown streak. That red-brown powder is like its signature. Gold will not leave a reddish-brown streak. Another clue? Hematite often looks like a dark mirror finish. Gold is, well, gold, warmer, yellow, not steel gray. Now, here's why these minerals matter. In riverbeds, heavy minerals tend to gather in the same kinds of places, inside bends, behind big rocks, along cracks, because water sorts material by weight. So magnetite and hematite can appear in the same general heavy zone where gold might settle. That's why people associate them with gold. But they are not proof of gold. They are proof of weight sorting. So think of them like a sign that says, heavy minerals collect here, not a sign that says gold is guaranteed. All right, next, we're talking about something that breaks hearts in a different way, because it sits on white quartz and looks like gold paint. Number 5, iron staining on quartz. This one fools people constantly because quartz is everywhere. And quartz often shows yellow, orange, or brown patches that look like gold in quartz. And yes, gold can appear with quartz in some systems. But most of the time what you're seeing is not gold. It's iron oxide staining, basically rust. Think of it like this. Iron-rich water moved through the rock. Over time it left a stain, yellowish, brownish, sometimes orange. It can look beautiful, it can look rich, but it's usually just a coating. Here are the giveaways. First, it looks like a surface wash, like paint, like tea spilled on white rock. It often spreads in patches, not in metallic-looking chunks. Gold in quartz tends to look more like metal, irregular blobs, tiny metallic bits, or veins that catch light like a metal surface, not like a stain. Second, the color is often wrong. Iron staining frequently leans orange-brown. Gold rarely looks orange-brown. Gold is warmer yellow, more metallic. Third, texture. Iron staining can look dusty or earthy. Sometimes you can rub it and it smears slightly like rust. Gold doesn't rub off like dust. Now here's the important nuance. Iron staining can still be a meaningful clue. It tells you fluids moved through that rock. It tells you chemistry happened there. That doesn't mean gold is here, but it can mean this rock has a story. So don't treat it as treasure. Treat it as information. Because a lot of prospecting, real prospecting, is reading information, not chasing sparkle. All right. Next, we're moving into the human-made category because sometimes the thing you think is a nugget is literally just trash metal. Number 6, man-made metal bits. This one is more common than people think. Streams, dirt piles, old roads, even forest paths. Humans leave metal everywhere. A small yellowish fragment can look like a nugget, especially if it's brass, or a shiny alloy, or a worn piece of metal that's been rounded by water. How do you spot it? First, shape. Natural gold rarely looks perfectly flat, perfectly cut, or perfectly designed. Man-made metal often has straight edges, sharp corners, drilled marks, or a smooth machined surface. If it looks like it belongs in a toolbox, it probably does. Second, context. If you're anywhere near human activity, construction, campsites, old equipment, roads, metal fragments are realistic. Third, uniform color. Many man-made metals have a very even, clean color. Natural gold often looks uneven, with pits, texture, and sometimes bits of rock still attached. So yes, sometimes you didn't find gold. You found evidence that humans have been there. And they drop things. Now number 7, glittery gold sand. This one creates the biggest beginner myth of all time. The whole creek is full of gold. You see sparkling specks all through the sand. It's beautiful. It's exciting. But most of the time, that sparkle is mica or other reflective minerals. Here's the key difference. Gold is heavy and stubborn. It settles. It stays low. It doesn't float around like glitter. Mica and light reflective minerals flash strongly at certain angles, then disappear when you change the angle. They spread everywhere like tiny mirrors. Gold is usually less dramatic. A simple mental test. If the sparkles vanish when you tilt the sand, it's usually flakes. If the gold is everywhere like fairy dust, it's usually not gold. Real gold tends to be fewer pieces, heavier, and more consistent. All right, we've covered all 7 imposters. Now in the final section, I'll give you a simple 60-second checklist. You can remember, so next time you see something shiny, you'll stay calm, test smart, and avoid heartbreak. All right, here's your 60-second checklist. The next time you see something that looks like gold, don't panic. Don't celebrate. Don't start planning vacations. Just ask 3 questions. Question 1. Does it feel oddly heavy for its size? Gold has weight that surprises you. If it feels light, that's a warning sign. Question 2. Is it a solid metallic chunk or thin glittery flakes? Gold in nature often appears as irregular blobs, tiny rounded bits or metallic-looking veins. If it behaves like glitter, flashing on and off when you tilt it, it's usually mica. Question 3. What does the streak look like on unglazed ceramic? Gold tends to leave a yellow streak. Many imposters leave dark streaks. Green, black, brown, black, or even red-brown. Now a quick cheat sheet, 1 sentence each. Pyrite, flashy, sharp shapes, brittle, dark streak. Mica, glitter flakes, lightweight, angle-dependent sparkle. Chalcopyrite, brassy tone, tarnish, darker streak. Magnetite, heavy and magnetic. Magnet test catches it fast. Hematite, metallic, dark look, red-brown streak. Iron staining on quartz. Looks like rust paint, dusty wash, not real metal. Man-made metal, too clean, too shaped, too human. Glitter sand, sparkles everywhere, vanishes when tilted, usually flakes, not gold. And here's the bigger lesson. Gold doesn't need to shout. A lot of fake gold is loud, super shiny, super flashy, super confident. Real gold is often quieter, heavier, and less dramatic. So don't let shine control your brain. Because in nature, the brightest thing isn't always the most valuable, and the most valuable thing rarely needs to shine.